Yeah, Rob, we're just going to spotlight you real quick and then we'll get you going. So,
Sounds good.
you should be good to go.
All righty. This morning, the State Auditor's Office released a report related to research dollars misallocated at the University of Iowa in their Department of Neuroscience and Pharmacology. They asked for our office to conduct this review after internal auditors noticed questionable charges on the procurement cards of Dr. Calvin Carter. He's a professor in that department, and Charles Searby, who is assisting him with the research. We uncovered nearly $295,000 of improper disbursements for the purchase of items like animals and their care, lab equipment, software, patent legal work, membership dues, and the like. We also identified about $7,000 worth of improper disbursements, meaning that $7,000 of unsupported disbursements, meaning that there wasn't adequate documentation to determine if the money went to Dr. Carter's business or was used in the course of research at the university as agreed to by Dr. Carter and the university. In his time at the university, he's held several positions in various departments. He's received funding through the university. He has also received funding from external organizations like the Fraternal Order of the Eagles. And at the same time, those funds that he received were still restricted, and he needed to be adhering to the university's purchasing policies and procedures as a university employee. This was the summer of 2023 when university purchasing officials noticed those questionable charges. They also realized that his research specialist was making purchases on behalf of him that did not fit the agreement between Dr. Carter and the university. So they contacted our office on July 17th, 2023, and he was placed on paid administrative leave approximately 3 months after that happened. I am happy to take questions about this matter from folks. And let's see here. CJ, if you see any in the chat, let me know. I suppose I can add a little more detail on this. It does not appear that these funds were put towards personal use. They all appear to have been in the furtherance of research that Dr. Carter was doing. But that said, there's agreements, as there always are, between University of Iowa faculty and staff and the university as to how funds can be used and what they can be used for. And what we are reporting here are funds essentially being misallocated contrary to the agreement. And so Dr. Carter's going to have some work here to make sure that he and the university are square on where those dollars are and what needs to be taken care of.
Rob, Kay Henderson asks, what can you tell us about the whistleblower?
Nothing. As is usual, our comments on there are limited to try to make sure that we're protecting whistleblowers as much as we can.
What's next in the investigation process?
The issuance of a report is always the last part of our investigation. We have already conducted interviews with Dr. Carter and with the university. We have already briefed them on the report, as we always do, before we actually make it available to the public, to make sure that we have gotten everything straight and have our facts straight. So the issuance of the public report is always the last step for us.
What could they have done to prevent it to begin with?
I think that's a good question in this case. There's actually a number of these invoices that were ultimately public dollars, university dollars being misallocated, were actually approved by the university. The university should have noticed this sooner. Some of these are invoices that were submitted to the university by Dr. Carter. And so, while this money was misallocated when it perhaps should have been paid for by his business that's related to this research, the university at the end of the day had someone who had the capacity to review some of these invoices and did approve them. Now, that doesn't make it right. It still needs to be made right. But certainly they could have made sure that whoever's working on those approvals had a clear understanding of what the arrangement was and was asking questions if they were unsure of what those allocations were supposed to look like.
Is this the first instance of the auditor's office investigating research dollars at the University of Iowa?
I can't speak to that. I don't recall us reviewing research dollars at the University of Iowa before, but that would be during my time. Certainly, it's possible that it had been done under prior state auditors. When we get asked to come in a situation like this where internal auditors have noticed something, we are typically going to get involved.
Any other questions, folks? Going once, going twice. All right, thanks, everybody.
Thank you.